Okay, friends, it's time for math. In your packet that hopefully your family picked up for you, Mrs. Hoffman put your math book. So we are going to just use our math book. I don't want you to take the pages out. Mrs. Hoffman's going to take her pages out so it's easier for you to see. But when we finally get to see each other again, it will probably be easier if you leave your pages in your math book. So I'm going to tell you what page we need. Then I want you to find the page, and then I want you to put your book down because we're going to get ready. Before we do our activity, we're going to look at some things and talk about some things. Okay? So, Mrs. Hoffman has the page out already. You're going to need this page. Today we're going to talk about two three-dimensional shapes. We're going to talk about cones today, and we're going to talk about cylinders today. So, I want you first to think about some of our words that we use in math. So, Mrs. Hoffman has, you might have taken some of these words home and cut them out. I asked you to do that a long time ago, and you probably don't have them anymore. But if you do, you can stop the video and go find these words. So I want you to look at these words first, and then we're going to look at the picture on the back. So this says sphere. A sphere is a three-dimensional shape. And remember, a sphere looks like this. The next word is face. When we talk about cubes and other three-dimensional shapes, we talk about the face. And this right here is the face of the cube, or one of the parts of the cube. The next one is two-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes are shapes that are flat. They're like a pancake or a cookie. So these shapes are called two-dimensional shapes. The next one is the word roll. We're going to learn about the cone and the cylinder today. If something rolls, it is round and it doesn't have any sides to stop it from rolling. The next word is cylinder. This is one of the shapes we're going to talk about today. Cylinders look like this. They have a flat top and a flat bottom and curved sides. The next word is solid shape. A solid shape is a shape that is not flat, and it has curves, it has faces, has tops and bottoms. Okay, the next word is three-dimensional shapes. Three-dimensional shapes are also called solid shapes. So these two words mean the same thing. A solid shape is also a three-dimensional shape. The next word is cube. Do you remember when we made some cubes last week? This is what cubes look like. The next word is flat shapes. Flat shapes are the shapes that don't look. They're just flat, like a cookie or a pancake. The next word is stack. We can stack shapes like this. The last word is cone. A cone is a three-dimensional shape that looks like this. So today for your activities, you are going to talk about cones and cylinders. So get your Play-Doh. If you don't have your Play-Doh, go stop the video and get your Play-Doh. So I've got my Play-Doh here. And today I've got two colors. So do you remember how we talked about making a cube? Remember Mrs. Hoffman showed you the trick about a cube? So you get a ball of Play-Doh, you squish it in your hand. And first you make it into a sphere. And then remember, you're going to take your fingers on each side and you're going to squish it down. And you're going to turn it and squish it some more. and squish it some more so it almost looks like a cube, and then I'm going to make it flat. If you need to stop the video, you can. I'm going to squish it on my counter so that it looks like a cube. And you can see that it has faces, and the faces are flat. They're not curved. So a cube has square faces that are all the same size. When I turn them, they're all the same size. A cube has 6 faces. And you can also stack cubes. So if I make another cube, I get my sphere. If I make another cube, I'm going to put it between my fingers, and I'm going to smash the sides, and I keep turning it. I'm going to put it down on the counter and make the sides flat again. Okay, here's my second cube. If I put one cube on top of the other cube, they can stack. See how I can stack them in my hand? So make 2 cubes. Turn off the video, make 2 cubes, and stack them. So the next shape we want to talk about is a cone. So this is a really fun way to make a cone. I want you to get a sphere again. Oop, this Play-Doh is a little more dry than the other Play-Doh. So get your sphere again. This is a fun way to make a cone. So do you remember we talked about a cone? This is the word cone. This is what a cone looks like an ice cream cone. So you're going to take your sphere and you're going to smash it on your counter or your table or your desk. And then you're going to make your fingers kind of point it and squeeze it so it looks a little bit like a Hershey's Kiss. And then you're going to roll it on your counter. And you're going to make the sides so they're a little more round. Mine's almost to a pointy end. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it and press on it a little bit more. And I'm going to press my finger. When I'm rolling, I'm going to press my finger down on the tip so that it makes the tip pointed. See how I'm pressing my finger down on the tip like that when I roll it? So it's almost there. I'm going to put it down one more time. And I'm going to squish it a little bit more. So sometimes when we're doing a cone with Play-Doh, it's hard to get it so that the sides look the right way. If you keep rolling it, you see how I've almost got a cone? It's not perfect. So if you need to stop, practice making a cone. You can make the video go back a little bit and see if there's a brother or sister or mom or dad who can help you. So when I show you this way, it looks like a circle. But when I put it up, you can see that it's a cone. So stop the video if you need to practice making some cones. So you can see a circle on the bottom, and the circle is flat, but the cone is not flat. It has a point at the top, and the sides are curved. So the next shape I want to do is a cylinder. So this time I'm going to use my red Play-Doh. So let's make a cylinder. So I found some things in our house that look like a cylinder. This is some of Jack's Play-Doh toys. My grandson Jack, he uses this when he does Play-Doh. I found some soup. This is a cylinder. You see the circle here on the bottom, the circle on the top, and the sides are curved. Here's another cylinder. So I want you to stop the video and I want you to go and look in your house and find some things in your house that are shaped like a cylinder. This is Mr. Hoffman's favorite drink. Mrs. Hoffman doesn't like it. It's the bubbly drink. So I went and got this out of the fridge. So this is also a cylinder. It has a circle, flat circle on the top, flat circle on the bottom, and curved sides. So stop the video and go find some cylinders in your house and bring them to the table. Okay, now you're back. Did you find cylinders? So I want you to get a sphere, get a bigger ball this time and make it into a sphere. Now, I want you to put it down and I want you to start rolling it. See, I started to roll it to make it a little flatter. You see how I rolled it to make it flatter? Roll it to make it flatter. And then you're going to press down on each side to make the top and the bottom flat. So I'm going to press down. I'm going to smash it on the table a little bit on each side. And I'm going to roll it in my hands a little bit and roll it on the table again. So that now I have a cylinder. That's kind of a shorter cylinder. I can keep rolling, press a little bit more, and I have a taller cylinder. So stop the video and practice making cylinders. Okay. Now I want you to think about the cylinders. Get your cylinder. Can cylinders roll? They can roll. Can my cone roll? Put your cone on the table. Does the cone roll? It doesn't. If you roll it, a cone just keeps on going in a circle. So practice rolling your cylinder on the table. Practice rolling your cones on the table. Stop the video. Okay, you practice rolling cones and cylinders. Now I want you to get your math page that looks like this. Open your book to page 259. Stop the video if you need to. Get your pencil. Write your name on the top. And it says, look at each shape. And you're going to write the number of faces. So look at Mrs. Hoffman's cone. How many faces does a cone have? It has a point here and it has curved sides. This is called a face. This is a face. So how many faces does a cone have? It has one. Okay, look at your cube. Here is a cube. And it's hard to count these sides because it's on the paper. You can take your cube and count the sides. We know that a cube has 6 sides. Okay, look at if you have your Play-Doh, make a sphere with your Play-Doh, make a ball. So if Mrs. Hoffman holds up her sphere, how many faces does my sphere have? Does it have any flat faces? It does not. So a sphere has 0 faces. Okay, look at your cylinder. How many faces does a cylinder have? It has 1 and 2. Okay, now here you're going to answer some questions. It says, does it stack or does it roll? When you have cubes, remember, can you stack cubes? Yes, you can stack cubes, so you're going to put an X there. Does a cube roll? No, a cube does not roll. So we're going to leave that blank because it does not roll. This is a sphere. Does a sphere stack? Can you stack 2 spheres on top of each other? No. Does it roll? So we're going to leave that blank because it does not stack. Does a sphere roll? Yes, it does. So we're going to put an X. Now, can you stack 2 cylinders together on top of each other? Can you stack them? If you were very careful, you could probably stack them because they have a flat top and a flat bottom. So we're going to put an X. It does stack. Does a cylinder roll? Watch Mrs. Hoffman's cylinder. Does it roll? It rolls. So we're going to put an X. Okay, the next side, you need to find a straw or some toothpicks. And you are going to make 4 balls. Mrs. Hoffman's going to stop the video right here and we're going to start it again.